Hi everyone, welcome to Camglish.com. I am teacher Mela and let's study the book Small Group Discussion Topics for Korean Students by Jack Martyr. This book is a modern approach to fluency in English. For today, we will continue discussing Unit 34, and it's about Korea's image abroad. Korea's image abroad. The 1988 Olympics opened Korea's door to foreign tourists. And now let's proceed to page 134. Look at this picture. The 1988 Seoul Olympics was Korea's first chance to revamp its worldwide image as a ravaged, war-torn nation. Again, the 1988 Seoul Olympics was Korea's first chance to revamp its worldwide image as a ravaged, war-torn nation. And now, please join me in reading the passage. Korean merchants living around the scene of the crime boarded up their stores, assuming they would be the targets of racial attacks. Korean students enrolled at the university were in fear of their lives and moved around in groups for protection. Korean parents planning to send their children to study in the US abruptly changed their plans. All of these actions proved to be totally unnecessary. There was no backlash and the expected attacks never happened. The Korean Times printed an editorial accusing Koreans of projecting their own way of thinking onto Americans. If the situation were reversed and an American killed 32 Koreans, Koreans would probably take it out on all Americans. The fact that Americans didn't do that showed the big difference between Korean and American thinking. But the incidents also showed how paranoid Koreans are about what foreigners think of them. They worry about how their country is being judged. Maybe they worry too much. That might be because it wasn't until recently that Koreans could afford to think about such things. Until the mid-1980s, Korea's primary focus was on the military situation with the North. Korea was just breaking out of poverty and foreign visitors were rare. That all changed with the 1986 Asian Games in Busan and the Summer Olympics in Seoul in 1988. With those two historic events, Korea's door were swung wide open, and the Korean tourist industry was born. Now let's proceed to the words and phrases. To board up. To board up. Take emergency measures to protect themselves. Take emergency measures to protect themselves. In lives. In lives. Think they might be killed. Think they might be killed. Abruptly. Abruptly. Suddenly, without thinking about it very long. Suddenly, without thinking about it very long. Backlash. Backlash. Revenge. Be punished for what the killer did. Revenge. Be punished for what the killer did. Editorial. Editorial. Newspaper's opinion. Newspaper's opinion. Projecting Americans. Projecting Americans. Assuming that Americans think the same way they do. Assuming that Americans think the same way they do. Paranoid. Paranoid. Be overly worried. To worry more than is necessary. Be overly worried. Be worried more than is necessary. Primary focus. Primary focus. Main interest, the things they were concerned about the most. Main interest, the things they were concerned about the most. Careers open. Careers open. Foreign tourists coming in large numbers for the first time. Foreign tourists coming in large numbers for the first time. Again, to board up. In lives. Abruptly. Backlash. Editorial. Projecting Americans. Paranoid. Primary focus. Careers open. Alright, that's the end of our lesson for today. I'm inviting you to enroll here at camglish.com. Again, this is Teacher Mela, and I hope to see you again in our next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.